Oh geez, oh my, there I go again. You don't score enough for me, no offense.
Previously on The Life. After an incredible rookie season, which saw Mooselan Brucetenko lead the entire NHL in scoring, Brucetenko and the Nashville Predators were ready to get their playoff run underway, as they were set to take on the Vegas Golden Knights in the first round. And in game number 1 against Vegas, the Predators found themselves tied 2-2 late in the third period, as Brucetenko almost gave the Preds the late lead with a great breakaway chance. Moments later, Brucetenko delivered an absolute monster of a hit on Vegas captain Mark Stone, which directly led to a fight with defenseman Zach Whitecloud, and that did not end well for the Vegas defender. Riding the momentum of Brucetenko's fight, the Predators were able to score a late third period goal and take the very important Game 1 victory over Vegas. After putting in some work at the team's training facility on the off day between games 1 and 2, Brucetenko was ready to go for a big Game 2 performance. And Brucetenko did not disappoint, as he scored not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 goals in the game, as he led the way for Nashville on their way to a 6-2 victory in game number 2 and a 2-0 series lead over Vegas. With the first 2 games in Nashville now completed, it was time for the series to head over to Vegas for games 3 and 4. And Brucetenko took full advantage, as he made sure to experience everything that the great city of Vegas has to offer. And by everything, I mean everything. Following his eventful night out in Vegas, it was time to get back to business, as game number 3 was ready to get underway. And despite a great effort from Mooselan in game 3, which saw him score a goal as well as set up a goal, the Predators found themselves headed into overtime tied 2-2. And the Golden Knights wouldn't waste any time, as they scored early in the overtime to take the game 3 victory and get back into the series 2-1. With Vegas now just 1 win away from tying the series, game number 4 was shaping up to be a critical one for both teams. And with just over 20 seconds left to go in the game, Brucetenko put the team and the city of Nashville on his back, as he buried the clutch breakaway goal to tie the game at 5-5 and send things into overtime. And in the overtime period, Matt Duchene was able to get a piece of the Brucetenko point shot, sending the Predators back to Nashville up 3-1 in the series. Now back in Nashville for game number 5, the Predators had a great opportunity to close the series out here at home. And they would do just that, as Nashville played a solid game number 5, which was capped off by a huge fight from Mooselan Brucetenko, which saw him knock out Vegas captain Mark Stone, as the Predators cruised to the 4-1 victory and took the round 1 series win over Vegas 4-1. Following his dominant round 1 performance, which saw Brucetenko score 8 goals and 12 points in just 5 games played, Brucetenko and the boys were ready to go for round number 2, where they would be going up against the Minnesota Wild. Of course, we last saw Mooselan Brucetenko at his nightclub, celebrating his first round victory and performance. So now let's join Mooselan as he continues to celebrate and prepare for the next round of the playoffs. It's time for round number 2.
I had to do it, it's just who I am. Just a young, broke, hungry, independent man. I don't ever feel defeat, I'm like Lieutenant Dan. So let's run this shit, I'm jumping out the Sprinter van. I had a moment of clarity, I call that moment a rarity. I need to smoke, I need to drink, I need to go into therapy. Fuck the simulation, fuck attention chasing, I'm the one, I'm a problem, everybody got me, I'm a loaded gun. This is what they wanted, I'm not joking, I'm just having fun. Don't call 1-800, dial 911, it's so much blood. Mr. Rosenberg, I got chosen words. I know what you said, I think it's so absurd. He make you more money than me, oh for sure. But who's the better rapper, that debate is over, sir. I know you been jacking. Louis C.K., boy, I know you been jacking.
Well, it was a very successful first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs for Mooselan Brucetenko and the Nashville Predators. Not only did they take care of business by eliminating the Vegas Golden Knights in just 5 games, but Mooselan also stood out individually, as he put together multiple standout performances against Vegas, showing the hockey world that he is a legit playoff performer. Of course, the first round against Vegas was just the beginning, as there is still another 3 rounds to go here in the playoffs if Brucetenko and the Preds want to go all the way and win the Stanley Cup. And that playoff journey is set to continue here, as Kirill Kaprizov and the Minnesota Wild have made their way to Nashville for games 1 and 2 to begin the second round of the playoffs. As Mooselan arrives at Bridgestone Arena for game number 1 and makes his way inside, it's time to get the second round of the playoffs underway. Can Brucetenko and the Nashville Predators continue their historic season, or will fellow Russian superstar Kirill Kaprizov and the Minnesota Wild play spoiler here in round number 2? It's time to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 1 between the Nashville Predators and the Minnesota Wild. Let's go.
Moves the puck along the half wall. And he takes a shot. Denies him with the pass save.
Tries that last move. Maybe he should just shoot the puck or get it deep. Got to chase now.
Slides it diagonally to Skinner. Oh, he gets the paddle on it. What a stop by Saros. They take possession as he locks him up off the faceoff. Bruce is taken down to the ice. We got a penalty coming up. Let's see what the officials say. Nashville's moving it up the ice. Makes a move and the puck hops away from him.
I know what he's trying to do, get into space to shoot it, but now you got to chase because you've turned it over.
Nashville's got it and they're on the attack. Right on the doorstep. He scores! They tie it up!
Brand new game. All that work that's gone behind this, and we're back to even Steven. I don't think the goaltender gets a look at this at all, James. He just drops into the butterfly. He's hoping the thing hits him.
Quick pass to Dumba. Gets it over to Hartman. And we are underway, still tied up here in the second. One period already in the books. Ray, how have you seen this thing? Gains the zone from the right side. Across the line, down the left wall. A feed out front. He scores! What a goal!
The good thing he one-times this puck. The goalie almost gets there, but the pass is on his tape in the low slot, and he beats him clean.
Nashville's gained possession along the boards. Right up Main Street and on the attack. Chance in front. There's another great save. Picking up some steam at center ice. He almost lost it for a set. All alone. He scores! 2-0.
A nice fake, a nice move, a nice shot. And it's in the back of the cage. Some people say it's the worst lead in hockey. Well, guess what? I'll take the worst lead as opposed to trailing by 2.
Yeah, you know what's better than down by 2? Being up by 2, right?
Of course it is.
Simple. Feeds the puck to Yossi. They gain the offensive zone from the middle. Shot! That's gloved by Talbot. Under a minute to go here inside the second period. Minnesota's got the puck behind the net. And it banks off a stick in traffic. Takes it and looks ahead. All right, the puck is dropped on the third and final frame. 40 minutes into the books. Ray, what do you make of the night so far? Here's a short pass to Bruce. And that was read perfectly. What a play by Spurgeon.
Oh, he laid a solid hit on him there. He was waiting for him and laid the shoulder right into him.
The Wild have taken over in the neutral zone. And he gets pummeled.
He tried to protect himself by getting his stick up, but he didn't get it up far enough.
Trying to get something going here with this man advantage as they start from their own end.
I'd like to see him be a little bit more direct on the entry into the zone. They haven't gotten set up, and as a result, they don't really have a shot yet on this power play.
It's 4-2. Nashville's got it in the offensive zone. Moves it quickly over to Skinner. Oh, that's got the crowd buzzing after that stop. Moves it to Bruce. Quick shot. Denied by Talbot. Puck picked up by Eriksson. The Predators have it against the wall. Look out. Here they come on the attack. Puck scooped up by Eriksson. Saros makes the save and hangs on for a stoppage of play. Here inside the offensive end. There's the final horn, and this one's in the books. 1-0, it's not do or die, but how important is that win?
When you feel better about yourself, you feel like you've got the leg up, which you do, and now you put so much pressure on your opponents for game 2.
So the Nashville Predators take the always important Game 1 victory over Minnesota, and Brucetenko was fantastic in the win, as he was involved in 3 of the 4 Nashville goals, scoring twice, while also adding an assist, along with 5 shots and 3 hits, as the Preds jump out to the 1-0 series lead over Minnesota. Now, we may be in the middle of the playoffs right now, but that doesn't mean that Brucetenko gets to just completely disregard his responsibilities as a businessman. Brucetenko worldwide is a full-time commitment, and Brucetenko has been called into the office here on his off day, as the company has been hired by a private investor to retrieve some stolen property. As you can see on the screen, the client has had their personal vehicle stolen, so it's up to Brucetenko to retrieve his stolen vehicle and return it to the client so that his company gets paid and keeps their investor happy.
Hey, you know that Sprunk motorbike team? Man, they've been having a hell of a year picking up Grand Prix like they coming out of a fucking vending machine. Where that star rider just broke his winning streak, got his personal super tuned up ride stolen. So he came to us. Good work out there.
After taking down those criminals and retrieving his client's motorcycle, it's now time for Mooselan and the Preds to get back to playoff action. The Predators, of course, took care of business in game number 1, and they'll be looking for more of the same here in game number 2. Can Mooselan and the Nashville Predators jump out to the early 2-0 series lead, or will the Minnesota Wild find a way to tie this series up at 1 game apiece? Let's head into game number 2 and find out.
You can feel the intensity of this one. Total playoff atmosphere. We're underway. Nashville's cut it along the wall. Oh, he had the right. Oh, brings it off the crossbar.
Skinner's frustration has to be at an all-time high. He's hit the post a couple of times.
Minnesota's going on the attack as they gain the zone. And he comes up with it. Looks for breakout options behind his own cage. Quick feed to Eriksson. Great save from in tight. Here's a short pass to Zuccarello. Minnesota's got the puck in the defensive end. Here he is on the backhand. Scores! And look at this. We're all tied up.
There's a part of this game that looked like it was going to get away from them. Yet they hung in there. The goalie made a couple of good stops. And here they are. They get the big play, and this game is tied.
And play resumes as the puck is dropped. Golubowski's got it against the boards. Nashville's got a hold of the puck. Handles the pass. Shot! Stopped with the waffle maker by Saros. Oh, and another save! Again! And that caroms off a body in traffic. Poked away at center by Bertuzzi. From point blank! How did he stop that one? You can tell we're in for a good one because almost every fan is in their seats here as we are still tied with the second getting underway. Sends the pass over. And a stick in the lane ends that threat. The Predators played along the wing. Takes the feed at the back end. Quick feed to Spurgeon. Too much congestion blocks the shot. My goodness, they are really starting to dial up the pressure here now. Oh, another dialed-in save. Duchesne's won the draw here, and they'll go on the attack. Came up with the save on that play. Slick feed. Fleury's going to hang on to that one for a whistle. Moves it to Yossi. The Predators take it along the wall. Gets a pad on it. What a stop by Fleury. Up along the wing. Minnesota's on the attack. On the attack. Got a stop. Oh, he denies him. What a save.
He was locked in on that. The shooter prepares the puck, and the goaltender is right on top of it.
The Predators gain the zone. And that goes off someone in front and doesn't reach the net. Sends it over to Zuccarello. Third period is now underway in this very tightly contested affair so far. That pass doesn't go. Minnesota's got a hold of it along the wall. He got robbed again.
He's got to get his head up here. They're going to be carting him off the ice.
Shot! Airmailed on his part.
Well, he gets into position here, and you know he's trying to stick this under the bar. He almost shot it out of the rink, though.
Makes the save. Picked up along the wall by Eriksson. Again, the denial by the goaltender.
Oh, he's all over that pass across the crease. Nice stop.
Quick pass to Bruce. From the boards, he takes that pass.
One thing to score in the regular season. Now you get to where the money's all sitting there. The playoff games are super intense, and he's on the board. It's always amazing. A great chance at one end. Moments later, it's in the other net. It didn't take very long.
Slides it to Duchesne. Quick feed to Bruce. Denies them with the glove by Fleury. Here's a short pass to Suter. Takes it across the blue line. They're going to go. Do you like who's going in here?
Yeah, you got to have it happen. You can't let one of your best players drop the glove.
Oh, he caught him right there, and that'll pretty much do it.
Yeah, that's not going to go to the judges. Well, that'll add a spark to the game for sure. The building is pretty loud after that last fight.
And he moves it up to Bruce. Handles the puck. And a good solid hit on that play. Moves it quickly over to Bruce. Here he is with the backhander. Denies him with the blocker. What a stop by Fleury. Gaudreau's got the puck along the wing. Gets the puck in deep. The Predators gain possession along the wall. Puck sent down the ice. We'll get an icing. Minnesota's in now. Nashville's got the puck inside the defensive zone. Down the left, fires into the empty net. And into the empty net. That should probably do it here. And we are all over with this one. Now down 2-0. Time to hit the panic button in your mind yet?
Oh, you're getting there. You're down 2. There's not much room for any air left. They had the air pushed out of it tonight.
So the Predators take down the Wild here in game number 2, as they end up having a clutch third period, as they find the only 2 goals of the final frame to take the 3-1 victory and head up 2-0 in the series. Unsurprisingly, Brucetenko led the way in game 2, as he was involved in all 3 goals scored for Nashville, scoring once, while also adding 2 assists, with 5 shots and 7 hits. Needless to say, that was a huge win for Mooselan and the boys, as they take care of business here at home in the first 2 games and will now head into enemy territory up 2-0, as the series now jumps to Minnesota for the next 2 games. Waking up the next morning, Mooselan gets himself prepared to head down to the airport and make his way to Minnesota for games 3 and 4. And after taking the first 2 games here at home, Mooselan and the Preds now have a solid chance to take down the Wild here early on in the series, as even a split on the road here in Minnesota would put the Predators on the verge of advancing to the Western Conference Finals. As Mooselan's private jet takes off for St. Paul, Minnesota, he only has one thing on his mind: sweep. Arriving in Minnesota just a few hours later, Mooselan heads to the car rental area to get himself a vehicle for his time here in Minnie and makes his way over to the team hotel. And unlike last series, where Brucetenko got to go crazy in Vegas, Minnesota isn't exactly a party destination. So instead of heading out for a night out on the town, Brucetenko instead decides to just chill at the team hotel and get in a nice relaxing evening by the pool. Perhaps on the off day between games 3 and 4, Mooselan will go out and explore Minnesota. But for now, he's just going to relax and focus on the upcoming game. Following his nice, relaxing evening at the team hotel, Mooselan is now ready to go for game number 3 here in Minnesota. Can the Predators continue to dominate this series and take a commanding 3-0 lead, or will the Wild finally show some fight and get back into this series with a huge win at home? Let's head into game number 3 and find out.
And we are underway. Through center along the wing. Oh, love the defensive stick work there to poke that one away.
Granlund's doing everything he can to get himself off the ice here. He's not...
They're going to go. Are they trying to send a message early here?
Yeah, I think so. And it didn't look like it took much to drag either guy into the fight.
Not a whole lot of nasty, and it all seemed to be tilted in one way.
Pretty quickly, you could see there was an upper hand to be had in that fight. Not much to be said from the home team here. Their bench kind of quietly sits back down after their guy comes on the losing end of this bout.
Eriksson X won the draw, and they'll look to set up. Nashville's got it in their own zone. Stopped with ease. Takes the feed from the goaltender. Brodin's moving the puck through his own zone. Gets the full use of his stick on the poke check. Nashville's got the puck against the half wall. Pass broken up. Back at the point, they set it up. My goodness, what a save by Talbot. Oh, he denies him again. Oh, my goodness, he's like a magnet with the puck. What a save. Can't make it work. Receives the pass. And not much on that one. Oh, how did that go off target? Here we go, middle frame now underway as the puck drops. Well, we've got over 20 minutes played thus far. Ray, how have you seen things?
Minnesota's in decent shape here, James. I mean, I know they trail by one.
And uses the length of his stick to knock that puck away. Here they come on the attack down the left side. stays with it. Moves it to Kaprizov. Big save. Nashville's got it from behind the net. Referee signals penalty coming up here with a delayed call. Whistle blown, stopping the play. Nashville's got the puck along the boards. Bruce has got it into offensive territory. Oh, what a blocker stop by Talbot. And that doesn't reach the net. From the left side, he moves it up ahead. Cutting to the slot. And that's deflected off someone in front. And a strong physical collision on the play there. Centering feed. Scores! What a finish on the play.
Bang, bang play. The goalie's got no chance. When you're in that close and you get the chance to one-time it, you're likely going to score unless you hit the goalie.
And he takes the pass. Oh, what a chance, and it goes sideways. I'm ready. Ray's ready. The players are ready. Let's go. They have draw puck here in the third. Here's a chance. Quick stop by Talbot.
Bruce is back at it after serving that major penalty for...
They score! They say 3 is the magic number, and it certainly is for them.
I watch this player, James, and I see nothing but confidence. He gets a puck, he wants to shoot it, and he's got a great idea where he wants to place it.
Moves it quickly over to Yossi. Takes the feed at center and moves up ahead. Stayed by the goaltender, who stayed with it on the redirect.
Yeah, he's right in front of the puck, too, so there's really nowhere that puck's going to squeak through.
Centering pass, and that's intercepted. Moves it to Kaprizov. Now a quick pass to Spurgeon.
I'm sorry for stepping on your toes, James, but that was a huge hit as the play continues.
And now he tries to get it across to Hartman. Here's a shot. Comes up with the stop. Scooped up along the wall by Hartman. Great reflexes, another save. Nashville's gained possession along the boards. Moves it on over to Bruce. Goes right to the crease. Oh, he got paddled by Talbot. Taken along the wall by Spurgeon. Puck picked up by Eriksson. Another crash.
No surprise here, James. He's been doing this since about 7 o'clock tonight, time after time.
Oh, what an insane stop by Talbot.
That's a really good save. I think the goalie's probably surprised he was dead center and open to shoot that puck.
Scrum along the boards. Quick feed down low. Picked up along the boards by Skinner. And he takes the feed. Tremendous save by Talbot. They are really dialed in here tonight. There's a collision. There's a collision. And there's a whistle. And that'll close the book on this one as the final horn sounds. Goaltending the story tonight as they lead in this series.
So the Preds take care of business here on the road in Game 3 as they shut out the Wild in front of their home crowd for the 3-0 victory to go up 3-0 in the series. Brucetenko once again played a huge role in the win as he scored a goal and an assist each while also putting up 10 shots and 8 hits as the Predators are now just 1 win away from reaching the Western Conference Finals. Of course, with Nashville now looking like a sure thing to move on to the next round, the national media was all over Mooselan, trying to get his opinion on where things stand for his team going forward. Reporter Cade Albert asks Mooselan how confident he's feeling about his team's chances on winning the series now that they're up 3-0. And Mooselan, seeing an opportunity to take a shot at his opponents while they're down, responds confidently, claiming that this series is over and that the Minnesota Wild simply can't compete with his greatness. When Cade Albert asks Mooselan how he's going to back up such a strong statement, Mooselan tells him and the rest of the hockey world that he will single-handedly be responsible for the win next game and the sweep of the Minnesota Wild. Cade Albert then responds with some nonsense about the coach, so Brucetenko hits him with the "see ya" and then dips out of the media scrum. That's all they're getting out of the big Russian stud today. With the Predators now in full control of the series, Mooselan decides to spend his off day in Minnesota by exploring the outdoors and going for a nice relaxing nature run. Nearly a third of the state of Minnesota is covered in forest, and this state has been called the land of 10,000 lakes. So what better way for Mooselan to spend his off day than do some cardio training while also taking in the beautiful landscape that Minnesota has to offer. Eventually, Mooselan finds some challenging uphill terrain and begins his trek to the top of the mountain. Let's get into the mind of Mooselan Brucetenko. I gotta put the team on my back though. I'm the best in the league. The Wild ain't got shit on me. I'm a superstar. We going for the sweep though. After a grueling uphill run, Mooselan finally gets to the top of the mountain as he steps out to the edge to get a closer look at the beautiful sight. Mooselan, watch out! Hey yo, we good. After his near fatal fall from the top of the mountain, Mooselan continues his nature run along the riverbed, where he runs into a couple of local Minnesotans fishing on the river. After hanging out for a bit and catching some fish with his new buddies, Mooselan then goes for a nice relaxing swim near a waterfall to cool down from his run. You know, it may be no Vegas, but this was still a damn good day spent outside enjoying the beautiful nature of Minnesota. And even though he nearly died, Brucetenko got a solid workout in as well. So my man's got no complaints about his off day. After his relaxing and peaceful off day in Minnesota, Brucetenko is now feeling one with nature and is ready to put the Wild and their fans out of their misery. The series is 3-0 for the Predators going into Game 4, and Brucetenko has publicly guaranteed to the media that he will single-handedly ensure that his team sweeps this series. Will Brucetenko and the Preds follow through and end this series in just 4 games? Or will Minnesota live to see another day and send this series back to Nashville for a Game 5? Game number 4 between the Preds and the Wild. Let's go, baby.
You can really sense the urgency starting to creep in for both rooms here tonight. Game number 4 of this playoff series here on EA Sports. You can feel the intensity of this one. Total playoff atmosphere. We're underway. The Wild have the puck against the boards. Solid hit on the play. Nice pass. Moves it to Duchesne. There he is from the slot. Big time stop by Talbot.
Send it zone ability.
And as the puck is dropped, it went, and it's in the back of the net. Wow, this was quick.
He's tight to the net. He doesn't have much time. And that snapshot beats the goaltender from the low slot.
The Wild have taken over in the neutral zone. And a stick in the lane deflects that one away. Oh, he got clobbered.
Man, did he ever to make that.
And it's a 2-on-0 break. It's in. He scores.
Bang, bang. 2 goals in right around a minute 40.
That sure changes things here on the ice.
Yeah, the game has completely been turned upside down. Wow, he delivered that quick, James. He had the puck on his stick. He saw the opening. And before the goalie can react, it's in the net. They're all over him after he caused the injury earlier on in that controversial play.
Drives to the paint. Spectacular stop by the goaltender. How did he hang on to that?
The shooter's right in the guts of the ice, but the goalie squares up, spreads out, and makes the save.
Quick pass to Hartman. Gets a glove on it to keep it out. Winding down the final minute of this opening frame. A tightly contested 20 minutes to start. Let's see if this continues here in the second. And now it's grabbed by Skinner. Bruce has got it in the offensive zone. Here's a chance. Scores!
The deadlock's broken. That's a big goal, and they put him into the lead. You get down into that low slot, you don't have much time to deliver it. That puck's on and off the stick in a hurry and into the net.
Minnesota's got the puck along the wall. He might have a step here. He's in all alone. Big time save. Advantage goalie on this one. Poked away at center by Jost. Fires it. Stopped by the goaltender. He got a little piece of that one. Bruce is gaining momentum. Grabbed along the boards by Skinner. shot! Nice save from point-blank range.
This is a quality chance if the goaltender turns aside, right from the slot.
Jost's recognizing they're still short-handed here as they get ready for the face-off. Dished on over to Nichushkin. DeHaan swooping in on the attack. Penalty coming up. Whistle stops the play. Bruce is going to get 2 for charging.
7 seconds.
Quick feed to Hartman. And the power play comes up empty. Both teams back to even strength.
These are the power plays.
Scores! Anything you can do, I can do better.
Wow, that didn't take very long. They give up the 1 goal and they go right back down the ice and score. That's really impressive work.
Under a minute to go here inside the second period. Down the left wing, across into the offensive end. Moves it to the middle. He scores! What a goal! Smart play to take possession, sneaking in off the wing. Oh, they couldn't connect on the play. It's been a throwback to 80s hockey here, and we are underway here in the third. Minnesota's got possession at center. Poked away in the neutral zone by Favreau. Oh, absolutely hammers him. Cuts into the paint. Denies him in close.
Now, by being in the right position, James, he gets so tight to the shooter, there's nowhere for the puck to go.
Takes a shot. Misses.
It's a good scoring chance, but if you don't make the goalie make the save, then it's not even really anything that dangerous.
Nashville's got the puck here in the open ice. Tried to get too cute with it and loses possession. Scores! And there's the hat trick and to silence this crowd on the road.
And that feels good when you can zip up the home team's arena. Great feeling. 3 goals will do it.
Quick pass to Nichushkin. On the stick. Quick shot. And he was ready for that one. And now he moves it to Bruce. Here's a shot. How many bodies in the way? And look at this. They turn this offensive end into a pressure cooker. And a penalty coming up as the official stops the play.
Do not relax. Go pile it on and get another one.
Nashville's penalty killers come up with a monstrous effort. The Predators move the puck in the defensive zone. They gain this home from the left side. And he gets just enough of it to keep it out from the back of the net. Moves it quickly over to Bertuzzi. Nashville's got the puck inside the defensive zone. Here's a short pass to Duchesne. The puck is dropped. Call it now. Who's the OT hero? Moves it to Bruce. Looking to end it. They score! They take it in overtime. Ray, I love the tradition, but it's got to be hard when you come up short.
You feel really low because you've given everything you have and you shake hands with somebody that's just beaten you.
So the Nashville Predators complete the 4-game sweep of the Minnesota Wild as they take the thrilling 6-5 overtime victory here in game number 4. And just like he promised to the media and the fans, Brucetenko was a driving force in the victory, as he ended up scoring a hat trick as well as an assist, while also adding in a very solid 6 shots and 10 hits, as the Nashville Predators will now be moving on to the Western Conference Finals. And following their sweep of the Wild, the national media of course wanted to check in with Mooselan after his fantastic performance. Reporter Cade Albert congratulates Mooselan on his team's victory and confirms with the Russian star that the Minnesota Wild indeed could not compete with Brucetenko. Mooselan responds, telling him that getting the sweep feels great and that he's always going to be willing to do whatever it takes to get the win. Cade Albert then wishes Mooselan good luck in the upcoming Western Conference Finals, and Brucetenko once again hits Cade Albert with the abrupt "see ya" as my man's done with this conversation. As they say, time is money, baby. Now back in Nashville following his series victory over the Wild, Mooselan chills in his multi-million-dollar high-rise as he awaits the beginning of the Western Conference Finals. Taking a look at the leading scorers after the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, Mooselan is currently at the top of the scoring race as he has been unbelievable so far, putting up 15 goals and 9 assists for 24 points in just 9 games played. Taking a look at the playoff bracket, the Predators will be going up against the Anaheim Ducks in the conference finals, and you already know Mooselan is hyped about the prospect of heading to California for a few days on the road. Taking a look at the Eastern Conference Finals, Alexander Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals will be going up against Matthew Tkachuk and the Florida Panthers. So there could be a potential battle of the Russians in the Stanley Cup Final if both Brucetenko and Ovechkin can lead their teams to a conference final victory. Looking at the Anaheim Ducks top scorers in the playoffs so far, this Anaheim squad is certainly going to be a worthy opponent for the Nashville Predators, as they are led by the extremely talented and young rising star Trevor Zegras, who has put up 10 points in 10 games so far in the playoffs for Anaheim. And they also apparently have former Detroit Red Wings captain Dylan Larkin, as they must have made a huge trade at the deadline this year. But perhaps the biggest concern for Brucetenko and the Preds heading into this matchup is this guy right here, John Gibson. He has been absolutely lights out here for the Ducks through the first 2 rounds, as he sits at an 8-2 record with 1 shutout, a stellar .933 save percentage, and a 1.97 goals against average. This series should shape up to be a very competitive one here between these 2 teams, as the stakes continue to get higher and higher, with the Stanley Cup Final now just 4 wins away for Brucetenko and the Preds. Will Brucetenko and the boys continue their historic season and get to the Stanley Cup Finals, or will the Anaheim Ducks finally find a way to take down this Nashville squad? Also, what kind of adventures will Mooselan get into when he heads on the road to sunny Anaheim, California? Find out on the next episode of The Life.
Hey, so I know you've been there already, but Pooh just called and said I can come through and get a tour of Dre's studio as a thank you for what we did for him. Lamar crazy ass heard, so you know that fool gonna be there too. But it's gonna be cool. We'll do it whenever it's good for you. Man, I'm excited for this. Look, bring a friend if you like. This one gonna hit different, alright? Peace, homie.